Today on Bearcat News.
Eric Lundy has a story about a former Lander student winning big on a scratch-off lottery ticket and building Delgado Baseball Academy.
Bridget Anderson has information on a woman who police say was posting selfies and a Facebook status while driving, died after crashing into a truck on a North Carolina highway, and Morgan Wingler talks with the doctor, Dr. Stevenson, about Greenwood Calendar. Good evening and welcome to Bearcat News. I'm John McCants.
And I'm Morgan Wingler. We have breaking news coming in this morning. Here's our producer, Kelly Doherty, with the story.
Today we come to you with breaking news. Around 5:45 this morning, 6 people were wounded in a shooting in Kennesaw, Georgia at a FedEx facility about 25 miles from downtown Atlanta. At least one victim is in surgery at the Wellstar Kennestone Hospital, according to spokesman Tyler Pearson. The suspected gunman is dead from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound, according to Kennesaw police. FedEx stated that they were aware of the situation and that the primary concern is the safety and well-being of our team members, first responders, and others affected. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Kelly. Severe weather has been tearing across the Midwest, and now it's on its way here. Amina Galadima has the latest.
On Sunday, April 27th, a tornado ripped through the Midwest and South. In Mississippi, families gathered in their basements and hallways to stay safe. The governor of Mississippi said that the winds were up to 90 miles per hour and inflicted severe damage. On Monday, it has been totaled that the death rate is now at 19 people from Mississippi and Alabama. The National Weather Service has issued a tornado watch for the Tennessee state line.
Downtown area seems like it's completely level. There's a few buildings partially standing, but the amount of damage is tremendous.
We all hear about people who win it big with the lottery, but here's one that hits close to home. Eric Lundy has the details.
Derek Teetsort, former Lander student, had luck on his side when buying a scratch-off lottery ticket from a local Greenwood gas station.
I was working one day at Sykes here in town, and I got off work. It was Friday, got my paycheck, and I had a little bit extra cash on me. Well, I went to the bank, put all my money in, and decided to keep $10, go buy a lottery ticket up here at the Sunoco, uptown by Lander. And I walked in, there was a lady buying one. We started joking around, asking who was going to win more money, and so I got my ticket. She picked a 2, I picked a 3, walked out to the car, scratched my ticket, and then just kept looking at it because I couldn't believe it was true. Then just started laughing because I just noticed I won $250,000.
Derek immediately invested this money into building Delgado Baseball Academy.
So we opened up Delgado Baseball Academy January 1st, 2014.
The academy is located at 561 Boudreaux Road. To contact them for lessons, you can call the office at 864-219-5244. They are open every day from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Come see us at Delgado Baseball Academy.
I'd love to win $250,000, wouldn't you?
I know.
It'd be nice.
I would too. Courtney Sanford of High Point, North Carolina, died last Thursday in a head-on collision while updating her Facebook status about how the Pharrell Happy song makes her feel happy. Here's Bridget Anderson with more on the story.
We've all seen, the public service ads, whether it's on YouTube or wherever, these graphic advertisements showing what happens when you text and drive. This yesterday was real awesome.
A woman who died in a car crash updated her Facebook status just moments before her car crossed the median and crashed head-on into a truck in North Carolina.
In a matter of seconds, the life was over just so that she could notify some friends that she was happy or, she's going to work, whatever.
32-year-old Courtney Sanford was killed on Thursday morning on Business Interstate 85 freeway in High Point, North Carolina.
The Facebook text happened at 8:33. We got the call on the wreck at 8:34.
Investigators were able to trace back the Facebook post that said, "The happy song makes me so happy." Once investigators began comparing the time of the wreck to her Facebook timeline, more information began to come up of the horrific event.
She was also posting some selfies as she went down the road.
Life-changing seconds. She was simply letting her friends know how happy she was at that exact moment, and that moment was her last.
As sad as it is, it's also a grim reminder for everyone who's left over that, you know, you have to pay attention while you're in the car.
This is Bridget Anderson with WLG-TV.
What's the best way to stay connected with all the events going on in Greenwood? Why, it's Greenwood Calendar, of course. Morgan's here in the studio with the interview.
I'm here with Dr. Robert Stevenson, Professor of Mass Communications here at Lander University and the founder of the Greenwood Calendar website. So Dr. Rob, how did you come up with the idea for the Greenwood Calendar?
Well, Morgan, I got tired of hearing folks say there's nothing to do in Greenwood. I keep coming across all these different events that are happening, and then I also hear a lot of folks say, oh, I wish I knew that was going on around town. So after hearing both people saying there's nothing to do as well as, oh, I missed that event, I decided to put all the events that I knew about, all the events, festivals, exhibits, plays, concerts on one page. So I got started with just an interactive calendar. And it turned out to be pretty successful. Folks were saying, oh, I really like that, so I would start adding things to it, and it's really done well.
So how can people around the community post events that they know of or that they're sponsoring onto the website?
Well, on Greenwood Calendar, which is simply just greenwoodcalendar.com, at the top of the page there is a link that says Submit Event, and beside that there's a little tutorial if you have any trouble. Basically, you just click on the link, it asks you to register if it's the first time, and then you can upload whatever the event is. So it's free for everybody, and you upload links. I recommend a picture that goes with it as well. You can put the date, the time, if there's a cost involved, and things like that.
So tell me a little bit about the Facebook page that goes along with the Greenwood Calendar.
The Facebook page has been very successful as well. We have contests. People from the community, like the Mill House, the YMCA, they give away lots of different things on my site, and it's a good way of telling folks what's out there. For example, the Y gave away a membership, Music on Maxwell, John Holloway's studio. They gave away a free membership to a concert series. We're giving away, just today gave away a free plane ride around Greenwood for the Aviation Festival, and something almost every day we give away. So that site we use to tell people what's happening on Greenwood Calendar. Between Twitter and Facebook, we have lots of social media going on.
So what are some of the features on the Greenwood Calendar that people can access?
Well, like I said, I started with just the calendar, and since then we've added a blog page for people in Greenwood who blog. We have their little community of bloggers there, which is fun to go to. We have all the movie listings. We have links to all Greenwood restaurants. We have a jobs page. And our videos. Our videos are probably our most popular feature, about 125 videos. We have regular features like A Minute with the Mayor, which is fun and informative. Mayor Wilburn Adams does an excellent job. And we have concert footage from different local bands. Just last night I was at Abbeville Opera House videoing. Tonight I'm going to be at the Greenwood Community Theater doing putting together a teaser video. But really, a little bit of everything. So, if you just go to the site and click on videos at the top, you'll see over 100 videos of things happening just in the last few months.
Well, thank you, Dr. Rob, for coming and telling us about your great website.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Back to you, John.
Thanks, Morgan. Now here's Kiki Hennessy with your 5-day forecast.
Millions of Americans will be under the threat of severe weather today. Mississippi and Alabama have been the most affected states these past 2 days, and 29 people have been killed in 6 states. The weather for this week. Today, there's a high of 79 and a low of 66. Wednesday, we have a high of 79 and a low of 57. On Thursday, a high of 74 and a low of 48. On Friday, a high of 70 and a low of 47. And on Saturday, a high of 74 and a low of 49. Back to you in the studio, John.
Thanks, Kiki. Now here's Michael Panaggio with your sports update.
Thank you. Now here in the studio today we have Coach Kermit Smith. Coach,
how you doing?
Congratulations on the season so far.
Thank you.
For the first time in Lander history that the baseball team has won the Peach Belt Conference, what does that mean to you in your 5th season as the head coach here at Lander?
It's very exciting. I think that since I've been in the league, I've realized the level of competition. I think I've probably assumed a couple of things before I got in the league, but to win the league regular season is quite an accomplishment. Obviously, it's not our program's goal, but it is one of the goals on the way to accomplishing what we want to.
Yes, it is, and now, as you look ahead, in 2 weeks you have your conference tournament, which will be at Aiken. However, it looks like you guys will host the regional tournament for the NCAA tournament. Tell me what that means to not just the program, but also just the tournament run itself, just having it.
I think it's exciting for Greenwood. Obviously we've got a beautiful stadium out there, and a lot of people have invested a lot of time and money into building that, and I've got to think that, in their mindset of building that, a complex like that they would want to have not only good games. We do a good job with our schedule and try to bring in, top 25 talent throughout the year, but to have something where there's the 6 best teams in the Southeast region at a tournament to go to the World Series, I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. So, I'm excited for Lander, I'm excited for our program, but, I think Greenwood's going to get an opportunity to watch some really good baseball.
Oh, definitely. That, and between, like you said, the beautiful facility at the Jeff May Complex will be a great atmosphere. Can you compare your team that went to Charlotte? Where's the NCAA tournament at? In Charlotte?
Carrier, North Carolina.
Carrier, North Carolina. That team at Belmont Abbey that you took in 2009. Can you compare that team to this 2014 Lander Bearcats?
I'd like to watch them play each other. I think there's some similarities. I think you see that. Coach Anderson, who was Chris Anderson, who's the head coach at Belmont Abbey now, was with me during that time at Belmont Abbey, and he was with me the first 4 years here at Lander. So, I think that when you've got the two same coaches, you're going to build the team very similarly. I think that at any point in time, regardless of how good you are in specific areas, I think you have to be good on the mound. I think you have to be good in the bullpen. I think you have to be good defensively, and we believe that you have to be very good offensively to have a chance to go that far. And I think the two teams are very similar in that. I thought both teams, swung the bat with power. I thought both teams were an on-base percentage mindset teams. I thought they were very gritty defensively. Maybe didn't have the flashiest guy out there defensively, but they're going to make the play, and they're going to keep the ball in the infield. And if they don't make the play, they're going to wear it off the chest, or they're going to do something positive with the ball defensively. And on the mound, we're just going to have a lot of different looks. We're going to have, maybe a couple of guys that you would consider pro guys, that are going to be able to touch 90 or further. And then we're going to have, a guy down low from the right side, a guy from the left side, a couple of different guys to match up here and there. And, I think they're very similar teams. They're both very tough teams. They're both very good kids. They're both very good academic teams. The thing that kind of gets, you don't really talk about in public in the newspaper or anything else, this seniors class, GPA, I mean, it's got to be somewhere, in the 3.5-ish range. And I mean, it's just, that's unbelievable. You got 10 seniors there that are cumulative, 3.5. I mean, it's unbelievable. They're really good in every area of their life, and that's exciting. So I think they're very similar teams. I'd like to watch them play each other, but I wouldn't want to choose which team to coach.
Yeah, that wouldn't be tough for you. But I appreciate you coming here and having time out of your busy schedule and coming here and speaking with us. So
absolutely, I appreciate you having me. Thank you.
Good luck on the rest of your season.
Thank you.
Lander and Greenwood community, please come out to the Jeff May Complex in the next few weeks for the hosting of the regional at the Jeff May Complex. Lander Baseball will try to do something that they have never done before here at Lander. Back to you in the studio.
Thanks, Michael.
That's all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining us for another edition of Bearcat News.
We'll be taking a break over the summer, but you can be sure to see us again next fall.
Once again, I'm Morgan Wingler.
And I'm John McCants. Good night, Greenwood. Stay groovy.